Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Pinkfresh Friday. It's the once a month series where we dig into our Pinkfresh stash and come up with some sort of original design for all of you to be inspired to dig out your Pinkfresh and freshen it up and play with it and get it used. Yesterday was Ava's 8th grade graduation, middle school graduation, and we got together afterwards. She first of all went to the ceremony under protest, refused to dress up for it, and there were, lots of girls dressed up in prom type dresses, and she went in her normal attire. And at the ceremony, she refused to take a photo. And then when she was in the photo, someone took a photo of her and her dad and her brother. And she had her head down and covered her face with the program. So a bit of a rebel here. And then at the restaurant where we got together to eat, she negotiated a $15 per photo deal. If you wanted to get your photo taken with her, it was $15. And I paid an extra $5 to get her to pull the hoodie down so that you could see her beautiful hair that's growing back after chemo. So, and you can see in the photo, she's holding her, her money and making a silly face. And if I'd paid $5 more, maybe I could have gotten her not to do the little hand gesture. But because after all, we're not at a rock concert here, and it is her grandmother. Anyway, that's the story of the photo. Let's make the page. I'm going to put the photo aside. I have cut this half of this page. The large most of the papers I'm using today are from the Live More collection, including these two. I'm going to put that aside. And then I have some little squares that I cut out of a grid paper from the BU collection, and I have some cut-aparts. I guess these cut-aparts are also from Live More, and I have this, but I didn't use any of it. So I'm going to put all these things aside. Oh, I also cut a little stack of books out of Let Your Heart Decide. That's a collection I love, and I think this may be my last sheet of it. So let me put that there. I'm going to glue this down. And then we'll figure out what the design is going to be. I know I'm going to, because I fussy cut out the little, these little squares from that one paper. And I have two of the cut-aparts from the one sheet. One says, hip, hip, hooray. The other says, fill your life with experiences, not things. Have incredible stories to tell and not stuff to show. I may make another page with some of these same supplies and use this one on a page that has all of the other photos that were taken for the $15 payment. And so, and I mean her mother and her father were paying $15 to get photos taken with her. But it was all in fun, and she really didn't want. She's got a little bit of social anxiety and a rebellious nature, and she just kind of didn't want the traditional fuss being made, and I guess I'm okay with that. I understand that. I'm going to use a Christmas frame here because if I put it here, that's obviously a different blue. If I put it here, it kind of looks, the blue crosses in here, which are this color, kind of look nice and blue. So I'm going to build the grid around this frame. I'm going to kind of do that. This is from a Christmas chipboard sheet from 2018, and I don't know the name of the chipboard sheet, but I also like this circular thing that says add more sparkle. I'm going to put the rest of this aside. And I, of course, want to put my photo something like that. And then maybe I'll put this one. This was just the inside of that frame, and it makes its own little frame. And I could use it for the hip hip hooray, and I could build these other little guys kind of down this way. Let me do here and here and I'm just kind of spacing them out now. I could put this little bird right there. She is an avid reader, so I cut this little stack of books out, and I may try to work it in with that frame. Let's see if I could kind of do this and then this. I'm okay with that. And then I bet I could find something else in my embellishments here that would work. You must do a thing that you think you cannot do. Maybe that could go right there on a or there's this word celebrate that could actually go right here. I kind of like that. And then I could combine that with a flare. Let's just kind of start arranging them. And then I'll figure things out. Okay, I'm definitely going to put this on the frame. So I'm gonna put adhesive directly on the frame and kind of lay that at a wonky angle. So, yay, that's glued down. This, I'm gonna glue flat to the page, and then I'm gonna take the backing off the frame and see if I can get that to stick. It may need some help, but for right now, I think I'm gonna use it like this. And do I want it maybe at a wonky angle because it doesn't fit perfectly? So here the frame is straight and the picture's wonky. Here the frame will be wonky. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this kind of right. Right down here. I'll do that so that it's kind of overlapping the frame and at the same angle as the frame. Okay, so there are a lot of, I'm gonna alternate the blues and pinks here. And maybe I will fussy cut this bird. I'll let it stop there. And I'll put the bird up on that frame. I think the number of squares works better that way. And okay, and let me put a tiny bit of foam behind it so it stands up a bit. And then I'll find another place to put this little bird. Do that right there, and maybe I've got these flare that have the right colors in them, all the right colors, and they're kind of an abstract design, so I kind of like that. This guy can go down here. Okay, now I'm gonna just start, if I'm not tearing my, I'm gonna start with the bottom row because the spacing on those is important. I love these little images on here. And I like crisscrossing diagonal lines. That's a fun look, I think. Let me peel the back off this, and I'm also going to put a little foam behind it and have it standing up. Okay, and the way I fussy cut these, there's the little bit of the grid paper that was behind the images does show, and I think that adds a little dimension and interest to things. And then the foam helps too. Okay, so this guy goes right up. Well, actually, I think it needs to go here. There. And I thought I'd put some of the flare. This is a cute flower, but I think I might like this flare there better. And I've got this flare. That flare has a yellow in it that other than the book, we don't have. So I thought this one could go maybe in conjunction with this thing that says you must do a thing that you think you cannot do. If I put that there, and then this kind of here, and then maybe let's see what I can do. I saw something in here. I'm going to take this off and this off. I have a nicer, happier sentiment to add. This is from, I'm pretty sure it's from the BU collection, but it says, be beautiful, be brave, be bold, be you. And baby girl is at that age where she's kind of figuring out who she is. And that's just kind of a nice sentiment. And the colors work perfectly. And I've still got this flare, which doesn't want to go anywhere. Maybe right in here. The colors kind of work, but they're not right on. And on this one, there's so many mixed up patterns that I may not want to mix up the colors. So I'm going to put those in the use later bowl. And then I have a couple other, there's this anything is possible chipboard that kind of goes hip hip hooray, anything is possible, seems like an appropriate sentiment. This, you must do the thing that you think you cannot do, for a more preachy kind of page. This is more of a celebratory kind of page. So let's see what else we have in here. I like the colors on this one. No beauty shines brighter than a good heart. Inspire. The color is nice for inspire, but I don't think I need that. Let's see what we have here. I think we may be close to being done. I'm going to let Hip Hip Hooray be my title. I had some alphas here in this color scheme that I could probably find some that went here, but I'm going to kind of let this be done. And I had this, which could kind of pick up on the coral, but I'm not going to use those. I'll put those in the use later pile. And is there anything here? I think all that's left are my Bramble Fox hearts and my sequins. Let's get a... How about if we use them here. I think that might work. It's a slightly different pink, but it's grayish, and it's shiny. It's kind of a glimmer satin, glimmery, pretty kind of finish. And so I think that's okay. And this aqua is maybe a little different, but again, it kind of works on top of these crosses. I promise you there's an optical illusion. When you look at the crosses near this aqua, they look aqua. When you look at them near the frame, they look blue. If you look at the whole thing, it looks like you've got both colors in there. And I would swear to you that that pink matches that pink. So I'm gonna say it's all good. And I want some sequins kind of in. This area where it looks like they're kind of spilling out of the frame. And I might add three kind of up in that corner of this lower frame. Okay, now let's get the sequins. I'm using Patina Finish, which is a color that matches the salvaged patina color of Distress Oxides, and it's just beautiful. It does kind of look a little bit like a the patina that develops on copper, I guess it is, when it oxidizes. Okay, and there's some really big, beautiful ones here. And again, this color matches this color perfectly, but it honestly doesn't look bad up next to the gray blue of that frame. So and I had my doubts. When I started putting the glue dots around the frame, I thought, oh, the sequins are aqua, and the frame is blue. How is that going to work? But I think it's okay. And I'm just taking whatever size. They're all the same color. I'm taking different finishes and different sizes and kind of mixing them up as though they just spilled there. That one's upside down, and it just wanted to stay there, so I let it. Bless her heart, she had told her parents that she didn't want to go to the ceremony and she didn't want to go out to eat, and she just wanted to eat something at home. So James relayed that to me, and I got everything all set up for a big brunch kind of thing at home. And then she decided she wanted to eat pizza. And everybody else in the family had eaten pizza the night before, when we had the little scrapbooking thing, and then Barrett had friends over, and they ate pizza after they finished doing the yard work. And, whoops. Okay, and I'm going to put this one back in because I have sequins where I want them. I think I'm done, and I'm happy with it. This is one of those that I started it with the supplies and had absolutely no idea where I was headed. I knew it was going to be one of Ava's graduation picks, and I wanted to put the one with me. So I think, excuse me, even she will approve. So there's a close-up and another Pinkfresh Friday in the books. Thank you for watching. Bye.